welcome to our Year in Review guide. And today is day 3. I hope you've been doing well with your day 1 and day 2. And I'm here to just guide you through the whole process that is left for day 3. Now, a lot of us have heard things about goals. Oh, set goals for 2024, set goals for your life. And some of us are even tired of hearing the word goals. But now, let me put a caveat to that. I know you're tired, but it's still important that you still set goals for your life. It's important that you still set goals for your career. Now, what is goal? You may be asking, what is goal? Goal is just an idea. It's just whatever you've envisioned yourself or your life or any aspect of your life to be with your mind eyes that you've envisioned in 2 years' time, I'm going to be this, in 5 years' time, I'm going to be this, and all of that. It's just an idea majorly. It's more like a dream of a future, an idea of a future that you have committed yourself to achieve and you also plan to achieve. Now, we can set goals in different aspects of our lives, be it from career, from personal development, from our health, our social life, our spiritual life, our relationships, our family. Any area of our life, we have different aspects of our lives. Now we have 2 types of goals. We have time-based goals and we have life goals, life-based goals. Excuse me. For the time-based goals, they are usually set for a particular time, just as the name implies. And then for life-based goals, they are usually the ones you set for your personal development or educational and health. All those ones are life-based. Do you get? Now, there's a SMART guide, which is very important that people should use. It's also on the second to the last page of this book. It's also on the second to the last page of this book. So you may want to scroll down to see the SMART guide to help you set any goals you want to set. Now, today is a very, very intense day. It's not a very short day. So you may need to spend like 1 hour trying to set goals because you have different aspects of your life you want to be setting this for. Goals should actually be specific. They should be measurable, attainable, or achievable. They should be relevant and also time-bound. A lot of us have used this guide, but still yet it's like we are not still achieving those goals. So I just want to use an example and then share with you what you need to start doing differently to make sure that your goals start working, or to make sure that the goals you've set up for your life start working. Now, what is one? Assuming you have a goal that you want to run 5K race under 30 minutes. Do you understand? If that is your main goal that you have set, the first thing you want to do is to identify your desired outcome, and that is the desired outcome. Running a 5K race in 30 minutes, that is the desired outcome there. Now, the next thing you want to do is to break it down. What do you need to start doing now to achieve it? You would want to do what? Train for 5K by running at least 3 times a week. Have you seen? This is you still having that goal in mind that, okay, what I want to achieve at the day is to run a 5K race. The second thing is to break it down, which I've just mentioned, is to do what? You're going to be running for 3 times a week. The next thing you want to do is to create a habit that is going to help you achieve the goal. And what is the habit? The habit is that you want to schedule your runs immediately after you just finish having a cup of coffee in your bedroom when you wake up. It can be having your runs maybe as you come back from work, just in case you're working. But that is you scheduling to create a habit that is still going to help you achieve the goal. Now you want to choose a system. You want to design a system that aligns with your current lifestyle now. Do you understand? You want to choose a system that aligns with your current. We have a lot of habit tracking apps that you can download, the ones that are going to over your phone. So I think Apple has a lot, and Google Play Store. I'm not very conversant with what that is, but I mean what they have. but I'm sure of Apple because that's what I've used. So if you have the Google Play Store, you may want to check. I'm sure they also have a lot of habits trackers that you can download that can also hover on your phone. Do you understand? So you want to make sure that you identify a system that aligns with your lifestyle, with your preferences currently, because I may be in a place where I do a 9 to 5. Now I have this goal that I want to run 5K race under. When am I going to do it? It's either I'm going to do it early in the morning or I'm going to do it late in the evening. So I want to consider what is going to work for me. I'm not now going to tell you that for you to achieve this, you need to start doing, you need to, make sure that it has to be done in the morning. No, you have to check out your current state of life. What do you do? You may be a stay-at-home person. The idea about setting goals is to be consistent, not necessarily to be perfect, but to be consistent in the small steps that you are taking to make sure that you achieve those goals. And then another tip would be that you want to measure whatever you are doing. So you have to make sure that you're regularly tracking your process. Meaning that if this week, you should have maybe like a calendar. Do you understand? I've already said we'll be running 3 times a week. So any day you run, you come to your calendar and tick it off. Get a hard copy. This digital thing doesn't work for everything. But get a hard copy calendar. Any day you run, you come and tick it off. Any day you run, you tick it off. The plan is for you to run 3 times in a week. Now, sometimes it may even just be twice a week that you run. But it will get to a time that the 3 times a week will even just be a walkover for you. But at the beginning, it may not be so easy. So what you want to do is anytime you do this, you tick it off. And then every month, you can make it a point of duty every month to check out what have you been able to do? What have you been able to achieve every month to see maybe what you need to, start doing differently and what you need to stop or what you need to do better. That's the essence of even reviewing whatever plans that you've had. Now, one thing you need to remember is that the person that you are seeing that is already winning in that area that you've planned for started small. So you do not want to start comparing yourself to being perfect. You do not want to start comparing yourself and say, this person, they've done this, it has worked for them. Me, when will I even achieve this result? You don't want to do that to yourself. It's not a way to go about your goals. One thing about the goals that you set, you need to be focused on your journey. Don't be distracted by people's journey. Focus on your journey. Be you. If you do something and it doesn't work, then leave it where it is. Leave it as what didn't work. Learn the lessons that you need to learn out of it and keep moving. Do you understand? You don't want to set up yourself for failure by comparing yourself and say, this person that just started, see what they've done. Our race is not all the same. So you need to be very careful with that. Now, you also need to start small. If it's 2 times a week that will work for you, start with it. If it's 3 times a week that will work with, start with it. If it's even once a week that will work for now, start. If you are consistent with that once, you move to 2, you move to 3. Everybody that you see that has millions of things, trillions of things, they all started at 0. 0, in short, 0 was the thing everybody started with. So if you see someone that maybe on media has like 1 million followers, and then you're like, when will I even start to get 1 million followers? Or you see someone that has like 300,000, 20,000, and then for you, it's like you're just in one, or you've not even started. What you want to do then is to do what? Try to see what these people have done. Not at the level that they are, because for every point that you grow, you have different attitudes you need to portray. Now, when people have grown, they are not going to be posting as much as somebody that is trying to grow. Do you understand? Mhm. When you've grown, it's just like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not trying to advertise for you to buy. They just come once in a while to advertise to remind you that they are still there. But they are not trying to get your attention that you should buy because they are already there in the market. But if it's a new product, a new drink that is just starting, there will be massive adverts on all platforms so that people can see them, people can begin to imagine about them, people can say, oh, I think I saw this, I want to try it, and all of that. There will be massive adverts. In short, once you close your eyes and open it, it's the same advert you'll see. They are not on the same level. So you may say, but these people, they don't advertise to get as much. They have grown. There was a time they were doing that. But because they have grown and gotten as much, they can decide to even do it once a year. People will still buy Coca-Cola. Do you understand? So do not compare yourself to people who have grown and say, let me just do. No, the tactics are very different. So you see someone on social media that has grown maybe to gather as much as, but just run with the example of Coca-Cola I've given. So start small and build momentum. Another thing you want to focus on is focus on being consistent. Consistency. It's difficult too, but focus on being consistent. You may not have all the tools you need, like I'm doing now. You may not have all the tools you need at the time that you need it, but you want to make sure that you are consistent with whatever you are doing. Like this year in review guide, I promised I was going to be doing videos for the 5 days, and trust me, it's been very hectic. It's been very, very hectic, but we are here and we are trying to make sure that that happens. Being consistent is hard work. It's a lot of hard work. And now it's not because everything around me is perfect. I have all the cameras I need and all of that, but we're making sure that we are making use of the tools that we have to make this happen. Do you understand? And then lastly, you need to hold yourself accountable. If you have friends that you trust, or you have family members that you trust, you may want to share some of the goals you have designed for yourself. Share it with them and let them help to hold you accountable. But you self, hold yourself accountable. Learn to hold yourself accountable. You know, when your consciousness always comes up when you're doing something bad, also learn to hold yourself accountable. If you're supposed to do, oh, dear Jesus, sorry. Sorry, if you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it because of one thing happened, one thing didn't happen, please and please set up your this. I think this video has become very long. I'm so sorry. Okay, so part of the tips you want to make sure you do for this is you need to be specific. Consider breaking down your larger goals into smaller ones. Regularly visit your goals because I mean, if you set a goal in January, by June you might have forgotten some of those goals. So go back to it. Create time every day in the month to go back to the goals you set and probably add, remove, and all of that. Then make sure you have a journal for this process. I've been hammering on the journal thing. Make sure you cut off every distraction for at least 30 minutes to 1 hour for these 5 days. And today is already day 3. And then you will discover things about yourself that you yourself, you'll be surprised. Don't worry, you're not perfect. Do you understand? Just keep moving. Learn from any mistake you've made and keep moving. All right. So we have 5 goals we're going to be focusing on. The last one is actually a bonus, but 5. So you have your career goals, your personal development goals, your health and well-being goal, your spiritual life, and then your financial goal. Money is important. Your profession, your career is very important. Your personal development is very important. Your health, very important. Your spiritual life, very important. I'm not saying these are the most important areas of your life, but you see these areas of your life, they are so important that you want to make sure you set very clear goals around it. Now for the career goals, I think for each of the goals, I have 4 questions, and then you have spaces where you can just answer them. You want to go through them and answer them. For career and professional, it's 4 goals. And then you have dream big, think big. It may not be where you are now, but whatever you can remember, make sure you utilize it. I also have for personal development goals. I think I have about 4 questions as well. So you want to make sure that you write this in your journal so that you're able to get that. And then you can see where I said your goal should be this, because this is what it is. This is for the SMART guide. And your health and well-being. Your health, you can't play with your health. Because you need this body to even achieve those other goals that you're planning. You need this body to achieve the dream that you have to achieve. So your health is very important. Now, it's not just your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your social health, every aspect of your health life is very important for you to function in the capacity that God has called you to, for you to function in the purpose that you've been designed for. So you want to make sure that this part, don't joke with it at all. And then look at it, take care of yourself, be healthy, and believe you can be successful in anything. Now, your spiritual goals. Please, this one is so important. I think I also have about 4 questions. You want to see the things that you've not been doing in the last year or in this year that you didn't do. Maybe you were making decisions without God. Maybe you can't even hear God at all. Maybe sometimes it's like God is speaking to you, but it's like you're confused. Is God speaking? Is God not speaking? You don't want to have that is God speaking kind of thing in 2024. So please make sure you set goals. Even if it's 5 minutes, you want to start spending time with God, start with 5 minutes. There's nothing cast in stone that, oh, this person is spending 3 hours. No, start with the 5 minutes. From 5, you go to 10. From 10 to 15, just like that, but start with 5 minutes. Either making it a habit to spend your first 5 minutes with God, or as you progress through the day, depending on the time. So you want to have, I think 4 questions are also here, because the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and every other thing, and his righteousness, sorry, and all these things, including your financial goal, and all these things, your career goal, your professional goal, your personal development goal, all these things will be added unto you. So you see the spiritual goal, seek ye first your spiritual goal. And your financial goal, this part takes a bit of time. Have you ever reviewed your finances for like a month? Like, have you downloaded your account to see the expenses you make in a month? If you've not tried it, please, you need to try it. Or you can contract me. I will be glad to be your financial audit tool. Physical financial audits, honestly, because even me, I'm shocked at the things I see in my account that happened within the account. I'm surprised, like, to see the number of things that I used money for, to even see how much that passed through the account. That's even the thing that surprises me. So the essence of tracking your financial status, the essence of doing that, and you may want to do it monthly, and then probably at the end, because when you do this yearly, because of the amount of expenses or income, it becomes very, very bulky for you to handle, unless you want to contract that to someone to do. Do you understand? Unless you want to pay someone to do that, or unless you have a tracking system on your phone, like I think Monify app. There's a Monify app. There's what's this thing? QuickBooks. Those apps help to track your whole this thing for the year. But it's just an expense and income kind of. You're not saying It helps you. They actually do help. So if you can get those apps, register on them, download them on your phone, and it tracks everything. I think some bank apps are also trying to bring out those tracking systems as well. So you may want to utilize it depending on the bank that you're using. Some, not all. So you want to know whether you are like me and you had very large chunk of money entering your account, and only you and God know where did the money go to. You are now looking at it. But when you do not track your finances, it will just be like, oh, I'm making money. And in short, I'm not even making enough money. It will surprise you the amount of money you are making. It will surprise you the amount of inflow that comes to your account. And then you'll be like, okay, I didn't know when I spent this. I didn't know how I spent this. And then you're looking at it. So you want to make a conscious effort when it comes to your finances. When it comes to your financial goals, you need to make a conscious effort. Develop a time every month to review your financial goals, to review every other goal. Now, I'm spending more time on finance because a lot of us and a lot of the things we do is geared towards making money so that we can achieve a stable way of life, so that we can live the type of life we desire for ourselves, for our children, for our family, and all of that. Do you understand? So this thing, if you do not review, it will worry. It will worry. Then there's no need setting any goal. You need to review. You need to know if you're in debt. If you're in debt, how much debt are you in? If you're in debt, how much debt are you in? How do you plan to pay? Now, your plan might have been that by the end of this year, I should have ended with $100,000. That should have maybe been your 2023 plan when you started. Somehow, by the time you're checking December 2023, what you're seeing is minus $10,000. That's what you're owing, what you're already indebted to. Don't be discouraged. Do you understand? Write it down. At least now you know where you stand. Or maybe it may not be minus, maybe it's even $10,000. It's not a minus. Still write it down and see what you can start doing differently to achieve that 100,000 naira. I mean $100,000. Thank you. Cool. So I've already stated out here what you need to do. You need to write what you earn per hour. If you can, get what you earn per hour in a day. It will help you. If you cannot do per hour, then you may want to do per day. So if you're on a monthly income of maybe $20,000, you understand? If you're on a monthly income of $20,000, you want to divide it by the number of days you work. So if you're someone that does a 9 to 5 and you do not have a leave, you don't have any leave within the month, it means you work for about 20 days within the month. So you want to divide $20,000 divided by 20 days. And then you're able to see that what you earn per day is $1,000. Do you understand? Is it $1,000 or $100? Sorry. Okay, so it's correct. It's $1,000. So then your expenses, you want to check, do you spend above or below your income? What were you able to save? Were you able to save? With all the things going on in the world, were you able to save? If you were, kudos to you. If you were not, still kudos to you. And next year, make a conscious effort to save. The best time to save, once you receive your money, send out whatever you need to send for savings. That's the best time. Anytime after then, you will spend that money. You start saying, oh, I have a lot of demands I need to meet. You won't be able to save again. So the best time is once money enters into your account, you can have an automated process for that. Let it remove a particular sum. And then if you're in debt, how much are you owing? How much did you take? And all of that. So you want to check all of those things. I have about 6 questions. So 8. I didn't even know it was 8. So you want to answer them, and lastly, make God your CEO. Whether it's your job, whether it's your business, act like it is God you are working for. Whether you're the owner of the business, act like it is God that you are working for. Do you understand? And keep this in mind, that you would have wealth and you will have luxury. Do you understand? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been a very, very long video. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.